Begin. So I won't begin with a sad poem. As we were talking about poems being conversations earlier on, I'm going to read this bit of a juvenilia. This is one of the first poems I ever wrote, and I've not read it for a long, long time. And I wrote it while I was stuck in traffic on the way to the Trafford Centre in Manchester. I want to be free to do what I want to do, like Marlon Brando. I want to hand in my CV at Nando's and ride a Greyhound bus into the heart of Kentucky and feed the Colonel a human butty. Does it really matter where a chicken settles? No, I just never imagined a life in Eccles. But it's handy for the Trafford Centre. Fuck off, I want some rural charm. That place is worse than the Battery Farm.
Just shut up and listen is what adults always say. They never let us play, they just take us away. Where we end up doesn't even matter because we don't ever get any information. It's like being supported by the Mad Hatter. But I'm an adult now and I'm alone and I'm lost. And my worker is nowhere to be found, she just left me in the frost. It's cold and I'm hungry and I've got nowhere to go. But I'm too scared to ask anyone because I'm used to being told no. I can't clean, I can't cook, what the fuck's a bill? But every time I complain, I'm told just to chill. And this is really common, the mess that I'm in, because my life isn't over, it's where I'm trying to learn to begin.
But just kind of all of them different versions of yourself. I think we collect a lot of kind of carbon copies of our younger selves inside us and stuff like that. And it was about getting that out of my system and also finding what do I like doing, what's my favourite colour. So I did a colour wheel and put emotions to my different colours and stuff because I couldn't voice it at the time, but I knew that by painting with green, that was about shame and some of the feelings I had about that. Painting with yellow was my anxiety. A lot of people choose yellow as a happy colour and they were like, oh, that's a really lovely picture. And for me, it meant something completely different. So I think that's the benefit of being able to create and stuff like that, because whatever it means to you, you can almost guarantee you put it on the wall and every single person in this room is going to have a different interpretation.
But I thought I'd use this as the basis of us starting to write some poetry about our lives, about the song lines that we want to preserve and keep. Our palette as writers, as poets, as human beings, is the experiences that we've stacked up, the experiences that we've had throughout our lives. And how do we put that then together in a way in which is going to express how we feel? How do we collate all that? So I'm really excited to see and hear the final pieces performed.
So it's kind of like about identity and finding my identity has been a huge part of my life and where I belong, who I am, where I come from. So it's called the palm tree, and it's called the palm tree because the palm tree is native to where I come from, the Persian Gulf. Uprooted and replanted, the palm tree cannot grow. My natural warm environment that I will never know. Embedded in the earth where my roots were home and known, torn from the sand where the sun was bright and warm, replanted in the rain where the damp soil thrives. I withered under the clouds and I could not survive. I failed to bounce back when I was trampled on. The storms came down and I was on my own. How can the palm tree grow once its roots have been cut? How can I ever bloom when I only know what I am not?
The poems don't respond, it was just a bit of a gimmicky thing really. That. And if I speak of paradise, then I'm speaking of my grandmother, who told me to carry it always on my person. And if life puts you under pressure, trace its ridges in your pocket, smell its piney scent on your handkerchief, hum its anthem under your breath. And if your stresses are sustained and daily, get yourself to an empty room and empty your paradise onto a desk. Shine a lamp on it like fresh hope of morning and keep staring at it until you sleep.
Your Life, Your Story has helped to bring us together so that we don't feel alone. We can connect together. Our journeys may be different, but we learn our paths cross, the hurt, the pain, the neglect, the loss. But then now you gain the love, the care and the support.